Hey there, Lauren here. Welcome to the Pranayama series where I am demystifying traditional yogic pranayama or breathwork. And I'm teaching it to you in this modern context, okay, in a practical way so that you can also have this in your toolbox. And today we're going to look at Kapalbhati. This is an interesting one because it's actually noted in a couple of the classical texts, including the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, and it is noted as one of the 6 main shatkarmas, which means cleansing practice. Now, modern yoga really focuses a lot on the physical part of things, right? And traditionally, it was actually advised to practice these cleansing techniques before even getting into yoga in the way that we see it in modern day. Okay, so these techniques, one of them, Kapalbhati, is interesting to me that it's in there. It's an air cleansing. And let's just break down the word. Kabal means skull, okay, or cranium, specifically the frontal lobe of the brain. And Bhati means light or splendor. And it also means perception and knowledge. So what happens is that, especially in our front brain, which is the frontal lobe is in charge of a lot of our executive functioning. And we think a lot, we return to things, we hold on to things, we just get stuck in mundane circular thinking, So this is a great technique for that. It just cleanses out, removes a lot of the gunk, a lot of the attachment to the thinking cycles that we can get stuck in, so that we can just experience more freedom pretty instantaneously. So it's an actual breathing technique that can invigorate the entire brain and especially awaken dormant centers in the brain, which are responsible for the sensing of subtlety. The way that I use this in a practical sense is very, very profound. So say I had an interpersonal conflict, a kind of moment in relationship with somebody, but then I have to go into a meeting. This is an important meeting, right? What to do? Or say I got off public transportation and it was just like a hustle when I lived in San Francisco, just so much stimulation. And then now I have to go in and teach a meditation class in a corporation. Like, how am I going to bring myself from that state to a calm state where I want to be? Now, this shouldn't be done if you're suffering from an ailment like high blood pressure, hernia, or vertigo, okay? So the benefits are digestive. This actually massages and improves the functioning of digestive organs. This technique also clears out the lungs. It really forcefully, the oxygen in, carbon dioxide out process, it does that in a really condensed, kind of extreme way. And it's actually very useful if you have asthma at a time separate from when you're having an asthma attack. Lastly, alertness. This is the reason that I mentioned that I love to use this. If I'm feeling depressed, overwhelmed, reactive, stuck, now I need to get out of that state and meet the demands of the moment. This wakes up the mind. And if you have a lot of mental work to do, right, computer work, and yet you're feeling tired, then do this, because this will actually energize the mind with just a few rounds. Okay, so find a comfortable seated position. And I'm going to go through the basics. If you're not familiar with abdominal or diaphragmatic movement or breathing, then we're going to just start right there. You can actually place both fingers on your navel, right on your belly button, and push in a little bit at like 10%. Now relax completely. You'll feel that your stomach just molds around your fingers. Okay, it's soft and supple. This is an important part of this. Now, take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, push with your fingers and engage your muscles to move back towards your spine so that you're actually contracting your abdominal muscles to press the air out of your lungs. Do this just a couple more times. Relax again completely. It should be like a feeling into and towards your fingers. Inhale. And then on your exhale, engage. You can use your fingers a little bit to press back and encourage muscles to engage. Again, relax. Breath comes in. Engage to squeeze as if you're squeezing your breath out. Okay, relax. This is the action that you'll do. We actually won't focus on the inhale at all. Inhale will come in just on its own through that relaxation. We're going to put a lot of emphasis on the exhalation and make it quick and forceful. It's actually going to blow out of your nostrils. Get a tissue now if you need to. I'll show you an example. So chest and shoulders will remain relatively still, and the actual movement is happening from the abdomen. A lot like a bellows, okay, that they used to use to fan the fire. Okay, but we're actually just focusing on the exhalation that way. Inhalation, relax, it'll come. So we're going to go really slow for this first round. We'll do 10 breaths this way, and then we may or may not speed it up for 2 more rounds of 10 breaths. Relax. Eyes can be open or closed. Totally release your belly. Let it be supple and loose towards your clothing. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, engage those abdominal muscles, 10 breaths. Relax. Now, if you would all feel dizzy from that, that means that you are fanning the breath a little bit too much. Go slower, go gentler, or maybe just take a break and sit out this next round. It's very normal to feel a flush of energy, a sense of whew, okay? So don't mistake that with dizziness. That's okay. That's prana in the body. And part of the effect of the benefit of this is that it's increasing those pranic currents in the body. Now, if your eyes are closed, please look towards the dark space, just about 6 inches in front of your forehead or closed eyes. This is the screen of the mind, or the Chitakasha. And you can feel the pranic currents in this area, induced by your breathing. Now feel that this whole area of the front brain is being purified, emptied. Relax. Second round. Belly totally soft and supple. Breathe in and begin. And relax. No holding. Final round. You may go slower or quicker, up to you. Only emphasizing exhale, inhale, relaxed, and begin. Relax. Be aware of the effects and allow those to continue. It's okay to feel a lot of vibration, vitality, or flow within your body. Open your eyes, notice how you feel now. Look around the room. Maybe a little more sharp, maybe a little more awake, a little more ready, but a sense of being, reset a little bit, not as attached to the thoughts of earlier. So as we practiced it, we did 10 breaths and 3 rounds of that. Do that for about a week or so. After that, the following week, you can increase to 20 breaths per round. I wouldn't go any more than that. What you can do if you want to add to it is do an extra round. So you might do 4 rounds or even up to 5 rounds of 20 ultimately. Okay? Another thing is that this is one of the best meditation preparatory techniques. So that's really when it is the most useful. It's just before you meditate, because it empties the mind of thoughts, emotional feelings, and excessive images, visions, or mental chatter. So if that's what you're looking for, something to help you just immediately get more tranquil and in a more receptive state of mind, like for meditation or for some task that you need to complete, then I really recommend giving this a try.